It's time somebody spoke the truth. Cristiano Ronaldo should never play for Portugal ever again. But let's flash back 20 years to August 2003 and I go along to Old Trafford to watch Man United against Bolton Wanderers with my mate Graham. And Graham says to me, look, if Bolton score, do not celebrate. And we're sat very close to where Sir Alex is. And after 60 minutes, Man United are winning 1-0 and Nicky Butt comes off. And an 18-year-old Portuguese lad comes onto the field. And over the next half hour, this young Portuguese lad, he dazzled. He had pace, he had trickery, he had everything. You want to know how good he was? He made Nicky Hunt look like an average player. And at the end of the game, I turned to my friend Graham and said, that young Portuguese lad is some player. And Graham looked at me and said, his name is Cristiano Ronaldo. Now, I don't make this video out of any disrespect. I love Cristiano Ronaldo. And in the GOAT debate, I was always Ronaldo over Messi, with my son being Messi over Ronaldo. I love Cristiano's loyalty. In a 20-odd year career, he's only played for 5 teams: Sporting Club de Portugal, Manchester United, Real Madrid, Juventus, and Al Nassr of the Saudi League. And his stats over those years have been phenomenal. 959 domestic appearances, 710 goals, and 225 assists. That is nearly a contribution every game. And let's look closer at his stats for Real Madrid, because they are astonishing. 438 appearances, 450 goals, 131 assists. Those are the sort of stats that will never be repeated in the history of football. He won 5 Ballon d'Ors. He won 5 Champions Leagues, 1 for Man United, 4 for Real Madrid. And more important than any of that, he is loved throughout the world by old and poor, by people of all nations. In Brazil, in the favelas, on the beaches right now, people are doing the Ronaldo celebration. He has been an astonishing football player. And let's look at his international record. That has been superb as well. 198 appearances and 122 goals. That is a record in the men's game. And actually, over the next 2 caps, they're going to be against Bosnia and Iceland. That will take him to 200 caps. And obviously, like I said, that has never happened in the men's game. Now, he captained his team in 2016 to the European Championships. So this man has been a legend for club and for country. So why are we dumping Cristiano Ronaldo from the Portuguese team? Well, I think there's 4 main reasons. And the first one is that he is an old footballer. He's 38 years old. By the European Championships in Germany, he'll be 39 years old. And this is a simple physical fact. The body gets slower. Your reactions get slower. When I was 21 years old, I could beat 3 players and score an amazing goal. At the age of 55, you know what? I'm playing right back and I'm hardly moving. It's just a fact of life. Secondly, Cristiano's impact on the national team is waning. And it's sad to say, but we saw this at the World Cup. He didn't have the impact that he used to have. And at times he was reduced to a substitute. Now, in the last few days, he's been scoring goals against Liechtenstein and against Luxembourg. Well, I'm sorry, my nana could score goals against Liechtenstein and Luxembourg. No disrespect. But if he comes up against the great teams of European football, against the likes of England, of course, and Italy, he's not going to have an impact. He's not going to be scoring goals. Thirdly, Cristiano Ronaldo is no longer wanted by the major teams in Europe. He was dumped by Man United and nobody came in to grab him. He wanted to play Champions League football, but nobody wanted him. And he went to Al Nassr in the Saudi League, which I think was a brilliant move, mainly because he's going to earn 200 million euros plus per annum for the next few years. He's going to help Saudi Arabian football develop. It's good for him. It's good for Saudi Arabia. It's good for football in the Middle East. But let's be honest, Al Nassr, probably the same standard as Oldham Athletic or Wealdstone. Fourthly, Cristiano Ronaldo is keeping good young players out of the starting 11 at Portugal. And this is the main reason why he needs to retire from international football. And I'm thinking in particular of João Felix. And we're beginning to see what a special world-class footballer he probably is. We're seeing this at Chelsea, and I hope he stays at Chelsea and proves just that. He's 23 years old. He's a second striker and he needs to start every single game for Portugal. Rafael Leao at AC Milan. He's a left winger, but he can play centre forward if needs be. He's played 18 times for Portugal and got 3 goals. Again, this sort of young player has got to spend more time in the shirt of his country. Gonçalo Ramos at Benfica. This season, 21 games, 16 goals, 5 assists. He's been brilliant. When he got his opportunity at the World Cup, Cristiano was on the bench against Switzerland. Ramos came in and got a hat-trick. At that age, you've got to be playing for your country. And Bruno Fernandes, obviously he's in the starting 11, but he is much better when Cristiano isn't in the team. The spotlight needs to be on Bruno Fernandes these days and not on Cristiano. So in conclusion, give Cristiano Ronaldo his 200th cap for Portugal and then stop selecting him. This is not about disrespect. This is about the best thing for the nation of Portugal. Cristiano has been an amazing footballer for club and for country for over 20 years. He's brought joy to the lives of many people of all ages. But now is the time to retire from international football.